what they don't teach you in school could cost you for life. While governments debate and schools delay, a group of students build their own financial literacy initiative. And it's already changing lives. It's called ACE, and today you'll hear how it's rewriting the future of economic education from the ground up. So enjoy.
One, two, three, four.
What happens when students stop waiting for the system to teach them about money and decide to build their own financial literacy movement instead? Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm joined by a great initiative, ACE, and today we're joined by the three founders. They're going to explain to us a bold student-led initiative that's rethinking how young people learn about finance, power, and accessibility. So the way this is going to work is that we're going to move on to individual questions with each one of the founders to get a great idea of how this operation is moving and how this project is expanding through continents. So let's go back to the very, very beginning, Peter. What problem did you initially see that actually led to the founding of ACE itself?
So the main problem that we saw was, in simple terms, financial education. Now, the three founders, we all come from different places in the world, but we all saw that to some extent, people didn't understand the concepts of saving, of budgeting, of investing, and things that led of that sort. Now, what we wanted to do was to offer a solution. But because we all come from different places in the world, we quickly realized that financial education and financial literacy was really shaped by, to some extent, a cultural aspect to it, right? I mean, if we look at the institutional barriers, say in Romania and Germany and Canada, they're not the same. And all these separate things, say access to financial products, legal barriers and everything, all shape how people view and see finance. So what we wanted to do is offer a platform where everything is free, but also have workshops and courses in a sense that are tailored to these specific regional and cultural institutional barriers. For example, right now we're doing a workshop in Canada. And if you look at, say, the different types of bank accounts, your RSP, your TFSA, all these specific things allow you to build your portfolio and allow you to plan for the future to your needs. And say if you were to come from the US, now these terms would all be different, right? So our job is to come in to see those differences and to be able to build that bridge for you to understand.
Okay, sounds very insightful, Ben. Well, I think you can tell us more about the origin story of ACE, and you've emphasized greatly how it focuses on kind of building bridges between financial literacy across the globe. But as we know, student-led initiatives are difficult. They're difficult to manage, they require time. So what made you believe this one could actually gain traction, and what was the first move that you made to get it off the ground initially?
What gives us an advantage is the fact that we're completely free. I mean, if you look at all the financial education platforms, they always ask for something, right? And the students who have personally seen the struggles and the challenges that financial illiteracy can bring, making it free is what sets us apart. And what we're able to grow is through the leverage of all our connections. Now,
You talk a lot about the network and how this court allows you to get a lot of stuff done through how it leverages, of course, the community and the very international and active community that you have here. But that also comes with certain cons. You have a lot of assessments going on. You have a lot of exams. You have the academic part of UWC and the part of being in a place like this. So what is it like trying to build something like ACE while juggling assessments and exams? And is this just a game of adrenaline and Google Calendar at this point, or how do you tend to manage that personally?
yeah, well, time management is something of concern, right? But I think at the end of the day, as long as you have everything in order, it's totally fine. And with academics here specifically, yes, they're challenging, but it's all a matter of choices, right? I mean, you can choose to sleep in, you can choose to study, you can choose to go out, you can choose to work on ACE. And I'd say that it's just a combination of, well, say the classes that we take, right? That not everything is all due on one day, or not all the tests are on the same day, but also by the sheer determination and sheer passion. I mean, this project that we started isn't because we didn't have anything to do, but it's because we saw what financial illiteracy can do, and the fact that we wanted to change that. So what drives us, I mean, aside from good time management, if you will, is passion, is that personal connection that we have with the topic.
Okay, thank you very much, Peter. So this has been our portion in regards to the origin story. Now we're going to get David to talk more about the real world impact of ACE. Thank you very much, Peter, for joining us. Thank you very much. So, David, thank you very, very much for joining us. We're here to talk about the real world impact of ACE. Yeah. So, give us a quick snapshot. What does ACE actually do? It's workshop, it's curriculum. Yeah. What have you guys managed to achieve? Yeah. So we want to bring this concept of financial literacy to as many schools as possible around the world. Schools that maybe don't have this in the curriculum, maybe more advanced countries have this, but less advanced countries don't have this. And we try to bring this to them to more tools. For example, we have a tool on our website called Start Your Own Finance Club, where we provide, I think, 10 hours worth of material of lessons to schools, and they can teach it amongst themselves. Like, we kind of try and personalize a bit the content for them, but what they do is they take those lessons, we send it to them, and after that, they discuss with each other. Basically, there's a role of the mentor, the role of the students in those lessons. And as I said, it's 10 hours of material, and basically they can cover that in a term or something, depending on how much time they have. Yeah. Then we can go even deeper, we can go even more personalized. We can actually create personalized lessons for them based on cultural adaptations, let's say, because different cultures have different kind of starting points of knowledge into this financial literacy thing. So when you create a lesson, we work right now, I think we just surpassed the milestone of 10 countries, which is amazing, 10 countries in 5 continents. And for example, some countries don't have the same starting point as other countries. My country back home, Romania, doesn't have the same starting point as Germany or Canada. And that's why we have to kind of adapt the lesson. Because we see how you, of course, have had a very tangible impact on, as you said, 10 countries, 5 continents. You've managed to bring resources to places that may not have access to that initially. Yeah. So is there a moment that sticks with you throughout this operation? Is there a student who changed their perspective at school that invited you back, or something that proved that ACE as a project is worth pursuing? Yeah. Of course, like that. I managed to partner with NSDE, an organization which tries to bring education to girls in Afghanistan. And one of these kind of responses, because you have this questionnaire on the website, and they can fill out kind of a feedback form and how we help them. One of these responses was, people in my country don't struggle from being lazy. They struggle from not having financial knowledge. And then, obviously, I knew that before, but I didn't actually kind of reflect on it and understand what this actually means for these people. That the financial education that we offer, even though it's not a lot, it's a starting point, and the starting points usually in life are the hardest things. And that was one really emotional response. How many people has ACE reached so far, and what's the growth curve looking like? Yeah. So at the beginning, of course, it was a bit harder not knowing all these schools. We kind of got more of them from references from other like happy schools, basically. And what happened? Our first partnership was with Pestalozzi India, which Pestalozzi India in total helped. We didn't help all that many people. Pestalozzi India in total helped 39,000 people in Nepal, Tibet, India with education in general, not financial education. And we kind of brought these seminars to them as well. We talked to their director, and it was really, really nice. And so to answer the question about numbers, right now we're sitting, I think, just above the 500 students mark, which is amazing. Imagine 500 students actually having a better financial education after this and being able to apply it, which is the most important thing. It's one thing to learn, right? But it's another thing to apply all of this. And so we have 10 schools from 10 countries, which span over 5 continents. And that's really important for us because we want to reach more parts of the world, not only one part of the world. And it's also a challenge for us reaching all these parts of the world, kind of adapting our curriculum for everyone. And now that you mentioned it, another functionality that we have, and it's really nice, and I encourage
all the partner schools to do this, and we encourage them all the time, is a stock portfolio investment kind of simulator. And they can meet in their finance club or in their classes and just kind of compete with these countries from all over the world and see who has kind of the better portfolio, of course, at no risk. Maybe this kind of is a training maybe for real life if they actually choose to do this. Instead of just saving money, maybe investing them. It's a nice little game that we have, and this is kind of one of our points, gamifying education, making it practical, because that's kind of like really sticks with you after. Good. Thank you very much, David. Thank you very much for covering the real world impact that ACE has had so far. It's apparent that this project has a bright future ahead, and you've, of course, tackled a wide range of issues across a very large scale. So thank you very much again for joining us. Thank you. It was a pleasure. Very- So, Marvis, let's explore the big vision that lays ahead. What's next for ACE? So, of course, you've expanded internationally across schools, as we said, 5 continents, 10 countries, 500 students. So, what comes after that for you?
Right. So our vision board has one thing on top of the list, basically. On our website, we have this globe where all the countries we support by providing them with financial literacy and education material. And our goal is to have this entire globe covered one day. However, this might look like right now, it's about 10 countries over 5 continents, and in the end, it should be covered altogether.
That is very ambitious and very international. So, as you've seen, you're tackling a very large issue of financial literacy. And while it may sound neutral, at its core, you're tackling big themes such as equity, equality, power, and access. And so, how do you think ACE fits into the broader scheme of economic justice and contributing to economic justice more precisely?
It's exactly what was mentioned earlier, and the problem is that there are financial literacy initiatives already, and it's not few, but all of them basically require you to pay some kind of subscription or one-time payment, and that's where we come into play. We were working together with external partners, and they're providing us with financial support basically. And what we do is we give out scholarships in that sense. So obviously our education is not for free, but still our main goal is to make it accessible to everyone regardless of background. That's like our main quote also on the website and basically our motto. Yeah, exactly. So we grant scholarships. Does not matter where you come from, how much you earn, what's your socioeconomic background. That's where we contribute in ensuring equality.
Good. It sounds like you're tackling something that is very, of course, laying ahead is something that is very tangible in everyday lives, of course. So thank you, Malvis, for that. Let's now explore another scale of impact. Do you think ACE has the potential to influence policy? And if so, how?
Interesting. What I want to say is that we're trying to make ACE a movement, not just an initiative. And what I mean by that is that we're trying to gain momentum basically and try to take everything from our sides and take that with us. So definitely we want to have an influence on political level basically, and maybe work together with politicians at some point to make financial literacy standard in educational systems, for example.
That is truly a visionary trajectory that you had there. Well then, Maus, thank you very, very much for telling us about the big vision that lays ahead for ACE. And yeah, thank you again for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. So thank you guys for joining us. It's been a pleasure to have such an ambitious and concrete, tangible project with us today. Could you walk us through maybe your platform and how first you managed to reach the global network that you have and how the audience manages to reach you?
For sure. Let's go. Okay, looking at our website, just to get a glance at what we're actually doing, because this is basically our main platform to reach new collaborations, new partner schools, and maybe also external partners who we collab with to finance our mission in that sense. So in the beginning, you can see our slogan, making financial literacy accessible to youth, and that's exactly what we're doing. We want to make it accessible to everyone, regardless of background. Doesn't matter where you come from. Right here, let's look at our features actually. Looking at our educational approach, we have 6 main pillars or features, I want to say. First of all, Access Planes. It's short form videos where we break down complex financial concepts into easy to understand format. Then our investment portfolio simulation game where you can just drop in and try out investing for yourself. The money is fictive. The money is fictive and therefore zero risk. Then obviously our school partnerships where we work together with schools one-on-one to develop individual curriculums and really get the best out of the partnership. And then here's also our investment research, which we provide every student and partner with. Same for the quarterly reports, as well as ACE stock analysis, which kind of builds up on the investment portfolio simulation game and how to inform yourself about investing. What we're also really proud of is this feature, Start Your Own Finance Club. So basically, we provide our partners with a set of lessons, in this case, 15, and it's basically a step-by-step guide into how to start your finance club in your own school. Because we know that we as ACE can't reach everybody. That's why we want to encourage partners, current partners, to reach out to friends from other schools, for example, and advise them to reach out to us in order to help them. Okay, as mentioned earlier, our goal is to have actual impact worldwide. And this can be seen here on our little globe where we show all partners on the world map. For example, here in Germany, Romania, or Nepal. Right. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Thank you very much, Moritz. This has been a wonderful introduction and presentation about ACE. And of course, we wish you the best of luck with the continuation of this project and the vision that you have. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.
Okay, no. I swear. I'm not gonna overthink it. I got it. Yeah, I got it.